Hey everyone, this is Questing Scribe, and in today's video we'll be looking at the information you can find in the Pilot Report section of Mecha BREAK. Pilot Report contains quite a bit of useful information, and because the game doesn't directly point you here, it can be easy to overlook. The areas that we'll be looking at are the battle stats, the achievements, the leaderboard, and the combat logs section, which are all contained within Pilot Report. First, how do we get to the Pilot Report? In your upper left-hand corner, you'll have an icon that will show the current mech that's out, along with your pilot. Click this, drop you right inside the Pilot Report. From here, we will look at each of these four sections, but we're going to start here in battle stats. This is what it drops you on. First, we'll look at what you can edit inside your personal Pilot Report. So this is kind of what people will see at the beginning of the match and also at the end of the match. There are three items that you can edit here: your title, the career skills that are shown, and what medals you have displayed. I don't have a title currently equipped, but clicking into the title, that's where you would find kind of, what title you want if you have them unlocked. Down here at career skills, by default, when you start a new game, the game will display your total kills, your total deaths, and your total playtime. You can use achievement points, which you earn through completing achievements in the game, and by doing challenges. Achievement points can be used to spend to unlock different categories that you may want to display here. So it's kind of just up to you what you want to show. I have total kills, total achievement points, and the total amount of kudos that I've got. That's kind of when you give someone like a thumbs up at the end of the match. So you choose which ones you want to display here. Simply selecting them will get rid of it. Clicking it again brings it back up. The last section are medals that you've earned. These are primarily acquired through completing achievements, and by default you can display one medal, but I unlocked an extra slot by paying achievement points, and as you can see, I can even get a third if I want it. I don't know what the upper limit is because I haven't spent too much to see, but doing those will let you display them. The next section that we'll look at within the Pilot Report is the specific matches. So you'll have stats, and under your battle stats, you'll have stats that are split between Operation Verge, Mash Mac, and Ace Arena. We'll take a look at Operation Verge because this is what I primarily play. So what's here? So for the season that you're on, we're on Season 0, Reign of Fire. It shows what your current rank is, and it also gives you a readout on your stats for Operation Verge, since we're in here. The important part, and what other people may want to take a look at, is over here on the right. It keeps track of your last 20 most recent matches. And clicking on these will bring out the post-match results screen. So if it was a case where you either didn't get a good look at it at the end of a match, maybe, or you simply just want to go back in to review the details again, it spills them all out for you, your teammates, and the opposing team as well. So it's a useful thing to have if you're into getting those minor details for how you performed. And the second thing that's available if you want to perform, there is a replay button. The game automatically keeps track of highlights. And also, if you simply want to look at the entire full replay, you can do that. That can probably be a video all on its own, but there is a lot in the replay button. The replay button, essentially going into the full replay, it will allow you to pause the replay, to jump to any portion of it. It also gives you the ability to determine what information you want displayed on the HUD during the replay. So you can kind of take certain things, like if you don't want the minimap up while you're watching it, you can turn off the minimap. You can turn off certain indicators. So there's a lot of features in there. I would definitely say hop in and take a look just to see, to play around what's there and see what you can do. Now, the next section we're going to look at is the achievement section. These are all of the achievements that you can get in the game, split between several sections, so be sure to scroll down to see where all of them are. Essentially, every game mode has its own achievements, and there's achievements for pilots, there's achievements for the missions that you can do, there are achievements for specific mechs, there's even an achievement up here for collecting paint, insignias, and patterns. Now, the significant portion of these achievements are the rewards they give. By default, they give achievement points, but like you see, I've clicked on it, which some you will want to click on because the achievements will have multiple steps. But in addition to achievement points, you can get titles or even cosmetics. And hovering over each one will show you what you have to do to unlock a particular achievement. Keep in mind, some achievements are locked behind rank. Like, for example, this achievement here, Selfless Guardian, I would have to be ranked platinum or above and complete the specific goal that they've set. But if you've ever been wondering why certain people have titles, this is where they got those titles, especially within challenge mode. For example, Test Pilot, you may have seen a lot of people with this. They just completed the challenge mode for this particular mech. And each mech has a challenge mode, which gives achievement points and a title. So if that's something that interests you, be sure to take a look in there. The third section we're going to look at is the leaderboard. So leaderboards are maintained for both career and the season stats that you've participated in as a pilot. And in addition to that, as you can see here, each game mode has its own leaderboard. So Operation Verge, Mash Mac, Ace Arena. And clicking on them will show the leaderboard, show you what's going on in each category. Now, the important thing to look at in the leaderboard section is if you click the tier here, as leaderboard tier. So the tier is by default for Operation Verge for the season. It will sort them by tier. But if you click this, you can sort by win rates, wins. Each of these are separate leaderboards. So this is who has the most amount of kills right now within Operation Verge for Season 0. So it's just a nifty thing if it's something that you're curious to look at. And if you want to get on a leaderboard, down here it shows you need to be at least Champion 5 to be added to the leaderboard. So if being added on the leaderboard is something that you're aspiring towards, make sure you get yourself up to Champion 5, and that's when your stats will start to be recorded. The final zone we're going to look at is the combat log. So this is where the tutorial missions are stored, along with the cutscenes for the story. Orbital Defense Op and Mashmech Operation Rescue. These are the 2 tutorial missions that you complete when you first start the game. You can opt not to do them, so if either you've opted not to do them when you first started, or maybe you want to play them again, this is how you would play them. Under the section for Key Clue, this has the 2 cutscenes, the story cutscenes that we have for the game so far. My guess is if we get more story cutscenes, they'll also add them here. But, we'll see if they add more story-wise as the time goes on. And the last one is the Ace Archive. These are for, my guess is the Ace Pilots. I have not purchased the first Ace Pilot, but my best guess is that if you've purchased the Ace Pilots, there will be kind of like a readout for them in this section. Probably lore, I would assume. And that wraps up most of the big items that are in the pilot report. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions, or if I left something out that you think it should be mentioned. Hey, feel free to drop that in the comments section. I'd love to hear from any of you. Thank you all again for watching. I'll see all of you in the next video.